So I think today a lot of my errands are going to be more music related today. I think today is going to be a music day. So one of my stops, I want to hit up a guitar store first, along in McQuaid. I'm going to get myself a few things to help me practice and learn guitar. A metronome is on my mind, a guitar tuner, and start strumming. After that, I want to go and maybe actually go look at some music. So we have a really nice, very old music store called Taz Records. It's been around since, I don't even know, before I was even aware. I think in high school I started going to Taz Records. And they used to have old bootleg concert footage and stuff of all these different concerts. They had a lot of really good, unique things. Hello everybody, and welcome. So, boom, music, made it. Taz Records. The place is wicked. And they sell a lot of like really cool, they kind of dabble in toys and stuff too. They got a lot of Ninja Turtles from NECA. They got a lot of the horror toys and stuff like that. So it also appeals, you know what I mean? I got some of my Turtles here way back when from here, but anyway, they got a lot of beautiful collector's editions of music and vinyl and movies and posters and magazines. So it is definitely another great place to geek out, man, if you love music and vintage stuff. So anyway, I think I'm in the mood for, that I've been thinking on. I think I'm in like a Nick Cave, PJ Harvey, Bauhaus kind of mood. I am kind of thinking maybe some aggressive stuff. I'm kind of in a Black Label, Zakk Wylde, Ozzy mode. I've been listening to a lot of Black Sabbath, so it's Down, Corrosion Conformity. Some of those types of bands are kind of on my wheelhouse. I know Corrosion Conformity got a new album coming out. Down's recording. So anyway, those are the type of bands. Kind of thinking about Acid Bath maybe, because the reunion sounds pretty cool. But anyway, let's go take a look inside. All right. So I got the okay. They know I'm doing some filming. And they know that I'm going to be putting around and looking at all these different. All right, so as we get into the store, of course, they have some pretty loud Christmas music playing. So for the copyright issue with the music and stuff, I just muted it all. And we'll just kind of hang out here together, and I'll just talk over as we go through the store. And yeah, right there, that's kind of like the new releases. And this section here is all their movies, Blu-rays, DVDs, box sets. There's even, on top of the shelves, they even have VHS, which is pretty awesome. And massive vinyl selection that they have. And then around the perimeter, they have all the CDs. I was into collecting vinyl for a little while, but I find I'm not really a vinyl guy. I love them and appreciate them for what they are, but I'm more CD. And I do enjoy collecting cassettes, and I do have a few cassettes. And maybe one day I'd like to get a Walkman just for fun. So I'm kind of, looking around for different albums. Nick Cave was definitely on my radar. And this album here, Dig Lazarus Dig, is one of my favorites. I put it aside because I thought I probably was going to pick it up. And I didn't want to commit to it right away, so I was like, okay, well, that is definitely something I'm going to think about. I'm going to put it back for now. Keep looking. And if I come back to it, then I put it up front there. But I didn't want to decide right away. I was kind of feeling everything out. Coverdale and Page. Love that album. And yeah, so I was kind of thinking about some softer music. I definitely have Bauhaus and stuff on my mind. Peter Murphy was on my mind with his new release. Buckingham and Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham there. That's an album I would like to pick up at some point as well. Their first, I think their only recording before they joined Fleetwood Mac. So, some interesting album covers on some of the vinyl records. There's Tom Petty there. I love Tom Petty. Police, Nirvana, Nine Inch Nails. Another one of my absolute favorite bands, Nine Inch Nails. I have a lot of their albums and discography on my collection, but Taz Records is known to have bootlegs and stuff sometimes, or import albums, so you're definitely going to find things that aren't like common. So I always like checking regardless. And here we get into some of their toys and fun stuff. Not always music related. Sometimes it's movie related, and they do like a lot of horror stuff. They have a lot of horror figures and stuff. I didn't see any Ninja Turtles this particular time, but they used to have a lot of Ninja Turtles. This here is some, from what I think this is just some custom posters that they did of Taz Records that they had hanging up. Again, some new releases, movies, and Spirited Away caught my eye. I love Ghibli. And here's a long shot of just kind of the store. I'm kind of starting to creep over to the heavier side. Here we got some box sets, Billie Eilish, collector sets and stuff like that, vinyl box sets, and so yeah, I migrated over to the heavy metal section. I think that's ultimately where I was feeling it the most in this particular day. I've definitely been on a Ozzy Osbourne. Listened to a lot of his music since he's passed. I mean, I listened to his music a lot over my life, but ever since he passed, I've been really drawn to his music. There's a lot of albums of his that I didn't listen to, like the Jake E. Lee era. I didn't really own any of those albums, but I would like to go back and revisit them. Of course, Metallica. I just recently bought the Load reissue. It's a 3-disc collector's edition, which was really cool. I really liked Load and Reload, and because I like kind of the slower rock and stuff like that, stoner metal and stuff like that. So that Load album was more kind of, I'm not really into speed metal. I do like Megadeth to a point. I like a lot of their albums, but I don't love everything that they do. Same as early Metallica, I love a lot of it. But other bands that play fast, I'm not really into speed metal and all that stuff. I'm more into the slower stoner metal. Or Pantera. I love Pantera. They're probably one of my absolute favorite heavy bands. So yeah, it was only a matter of time before I would get to Black Sabbath and see what they got there. A lot of their albums have been reissued and stuff, and I have some of them. I have some of the originals, but not the reissues. Sometimes they have bonus tracks and stuff. So at that time I was thinking, I might pick up Paranoid. And I kept, now the I think it's Tony Martin era.
I don't really know much about that era of Black Sabbath. So all those albums that just recently came out is quite cool, and I'm gonna check them out. But then I saw that Zach Sabbath. That was not with Black Label Society, oddly enough, but I guess it goes in either camp, doesn't it? So I figured I could pick up Paranoid again at any point. It's pretty common, but Zach Sabbath, I don't really see that out at the record stores very often, and definitely love Zach Wild, Black Label Society, and so I think that was it. Sorry, Nick. I'll come back for you another day. Yeah, looking at some of the posters, Fleetwood Mac to Freddy Krueger. There's some Turtles and some other things, but Motley Crue. But they used to have the NECA figures of the Turtles, which were really nice from the movie, the 1990 movie. And yeah, they definitely love their toys there, which is great. Another fun, happy place. As I was checking out, I was talking to the clerk, and I noticed this David Bowie box set, and he let me look at it. And I thought, well, I would love to have that. He said, yeah, no problem. Thanks for showing me, my friend. So I picked up my Zach Sabbath, and that was it. And that concludes our adventures, friends.
All right, friends. So, yeah, that was now the end of my day. I hit the two spots that I wanted: music store and now Taz Records. And now I guess it's just make my way back to the other side of the bridge. So, keep on walking. It's cold. Big church.